Hello everyone and welcome to T-Shirt Tuesday. I thought I would take this opportunity to talk about a new shirt that I have been working on and is available on my shop currently, and I'm also wearing. It says, "Be the change." And I could have been real cheesy with it and put a bee instead of a dragonfly, but dragonflies seem to come to me when my life is about to drastically change and when I also need to be very proactive and get off my butt and facilitate and help those changes come into fruition. So I put the dragonfly. I'm sure it has other spiritual meanings, but that is what it just means to me. I also think it's the perfect shirt for this moment in time because we're all sick and tired of the way that things are going. Even more and more people are waking up to what's going on in the world and are getting very tired of it, and rightfully so. I mean, no one wants to pay $9 for gas, and it's one of those things that I love to tell people that, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but we could be in a much, much worse situation than we are currently. I think we forget, or a lot of us that have never been outside of the United States or the Western world, forget that only 20% of the entire population on the earth lives like we do in the westernized countries, and 80% lives like my in-laws in Mozambique, Africa, and is just still striving every day to provide food for their family and to have shelter. I know it feels like it's kind of getting that way with how uncomfortable food prices are and gas and whatnot, but we are still, most of us are still sitting pretty comfortable compared to the way the rest of the world has lived for generations. So there's an element of thankfulness that we all need to have, because I honestly believe that it could get much worse, but that does not mean that we should just sit on our butt and do nothing. We need to, in fact, be the change. Because like I've said before, I've said it many, many times over, absolutely nothing is going to change until we change ourselves and our inner world so that it can be expressed in our outer world. And I feel like a broken record when I say that, but it's something that people really do not understand. I was fortunate enough, in a way, to grow up in a family where my grandmother was a psychologist, I think, counselor, and my mother became a counselor, and so I always grew up like searching myself and my inner world to find a better solution or to fix whatever problem or issue I was having on the outside internally. And I honestly do see that as a privilege now, because I am shocked most of the time meeting people that have no idea that they had childhood trauma. They have no idea that they have inner stuff that they need to work on and work out and heal and grow from. There's a massive majority of the population that has no idea. And I think that's what kind of sets me apart in a way from a lot of my generation, is that I know that I am not perfect on the inside, and as long as I live in this broken world, I most likely will always be broken to an extent until I get to the place where I'm transformed. and it's, you know, a journey. It's never a destination. I used to think it was a destination in my younger years, but I very much now realize that it is a journey, and it is part of the journey that we've all signed up for on this planet. So I'm just kind of enjoying the journey and opening my mind to all the different ways and possibilities that could be worked out and the healing can come from. My mind is much more open than it used to be about the different ways of healing and releasing and expression in general. I honestly get a lot of healing from doing my shop now with my journals, my tank tops, my t-shirts, my sweatshirts and whatnot, because that is something my inner child knew for a fact I'd be doing in the future. And I don't think that this is the pinnacle of it at all. It's going to definitely expand, but just honoring that inside of me and in my inner child has been monumental for my healing process and releasing my voice throughout the entire world, quite honestly, because my shirts have gone all over the world at this point, and I think that's absolutely amazing. And it's been such a affirmation to me that what I have to say is important and is needed and inspires others. So I am in my own right being the change, little by little, step by step. It doesn't have to be monumental, but I think that honoring your inner child and that childlikeness is a great step to changing things. Because I think a lot of us would be a whole lot happier if we did the things that we love to do as a child. Because when you're a child, you're the closest to the other world, the kingdom where you came from before, than you currently are now. And, you know, the things, I've always heard that the things that you are interested in as a child is what you're really meant to do, because you just naturally gravitate to those things. And it's only until you get older and you go through school, and you have peer pressure and, you know, the weight of society and whatnot on your shoulders that you kind of force yourself out of those things, because they might not make you money, they might not you know, be realistic to do for the rest of your life. So I think it's super important to start honoring that inner child and start creating change in yourself in that way first, because your inner child is probably the purest form of you there is. So yeah, I didn't expect to talk in that direction, but here we are. I don't really plan when I talk about these things, I just kind of let it flow. So who knows what's gonna come out, but that is it for today. But one thing I'm going to say is, you can't see it right here, but what I have in front of me, if it'll stay on, is something that is very much part of my inner child, and it's a piano. So one day I might play you guys a song, sing you a song, because I feel the urge to play a certain song that really inspires me right now. And I very much used to play and sing a lot. That was what I did as an inner child. So I'm moving into the realm of honoring that as well. Now that I feel like I have a voice and am comfortable releasing it. So we'll see when that happens, but stay tuned for that. I am from Nashville. I mean, come on, of course I sing. at this point, of course. You can't be from Nashville and not sing and play an instrument. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and start honoring your inner child. Thanks. Bye.